Hello, welcome. So, if you've watched episodes of WyzeCast, or listened to, for that matter, episodes of WyzeCast in the past, you will probably have noticed that I haven't made any in quite some time. Years, I think, actually. And the reason for that is because when I first launched WyzeCast, there was an intention to the creation of it and the episodes. And that intention was filled, and I took a step away from it. I took a step away from social media in general. It was feeling a little bit like, quite frankly, a waste of time. It didn't feel like it was bringing me value. And I know there's a lot of value to social media, but at that time, it didn't feel like it was bringing me value for where I was in life and in my business. So I took a step away. I think it's probably been about 4 years now since I've been on social media, with this podcast excluded. And I said to myself, I'm not going to return to posting on social media until I can do so with meaning and purpose and intention. And so, about a year and a half ago, I started a community called the Wyze Community. And the purpose of this community was to pour compassion into those that are pouring compassion out into the world, to give them a safe space filled with love and support, and to give them experiences that would help them with their upliftment and growth in a fun and engaging way. And so for a year, I ran this community, and it was by invitation only, and it was amazing. I don't like to do anything that requires a lot of commitment. And it's not commitment that I have an issue with, it's confinement. But when I started this community, it was done so because I was feeling spiritually guided to do so. And I was resisting it because I didn't want to commit to doing this regularly. But then I kept getting the nudges, kept getting the nudges, kept getting the nudges. And finally I said, fine, I will do it, but you have to make it so I enjoy it, because I'm not going to keep doing it if I don't enjoy it. And I had been on this personal growth journey of finding or searching for or looking for or connecting with, or whatever you want to call it, of what I really wanted to do, because I was serving entrepreneurs, building technology for them, and I wasn't finding the joy in that anymore. It was feeling like the better I was at serving my clients, the less I was being valued for that effort. And that didn't feel good. And so I was like, I gotta find my own better way. So I really did this search of like, what do I care about? And of all the skills I have, of all the things I can do, which is very varied and sometimes confusing to think about how to marry them all together, I thought, I have this abundance of compassion for marginalized people, for people who have been wronged in one way or another, or for people that are going through a struggle of some sort. I just have compassion for them. And in a world where there's not a whole lot of acceptance and inclusion, I was feeling like the world needed a little bit more compassion. And so I thought, okay, whatever I do, it's going to pour more compassion into the world, whatever it is. I don't care what it is. And then I was like, okay, so that's what I'm going to do. But what do I want for myself? And what I really connected to was, I want freedom and joy. I want to define my fulfillment by freedom and joy. And so I started to make choices that brought me more freedom and joy and poured compassion into the world. And so I still do technology, but I do it from this place of building technology to deliver with compassion, to connect with your people through compassion or with compassion. So sales and marketing with compassion, delivering of services with compassion. I started to put together a print on demand where we put wise words, so affirmative statements that bring people joy and compassion and have them reflect and think about how they could have more joy and compassion and freedom and love and all the things. And I had this community. And so after the first year, I was thinking about, how do I want to take this to the next level? I had been asking community members what they wanted, and they were like, it's perfect as is. It's working. I don't want to change a thing. But I felt like it was ready for expansiveness. And I was really feeling called that I needed to invite more people to it. And that meant two things. One is creating some kind of structure for the community, repeatable structure, so that as it grew, it didn't become not fun for me. It didn't become unmaintainable. And then also to get out into the world and talk about it. And so I thought, okay, and I was resistant to this too, because that is, it involves consistency, and it involves putting yourself out there, and it involves just a lot of things that didn't appeal to me. And so again, I was like, okay, I'm ready to do this, but let's do it in a way that is going to bring me joy and happiness and freedom and all the things, and also pour compassion into the world. And so what I felt called to do was to reimagine this podcast and to think about the modalities that that I've brought into the private community that are being used to deliver these experiences, and to actually bring them out into the world, to teach people about them, and to go back to my catchphrase, which is there's always a better way, is if you are struggling, if you have a tough decision to make, if life feels hard, if the task in front of you feels impossible, if you don't like your options in front of you, if you don't know the path to get to where you want to go, any of these things, for me, there's always a better way. It just means that you don't know that better way yet. And maybe it's in that zone of, I don't know what I don't know. And so how can we expand your awareness of what's possible so that you can find the way to achieve what you want to achieve in a way that is easy and graceful and brings you joy and feels fun and feels loving and compassion and just feels good? Because this actually comes from my sister from before I was born. She used to say, I don't wanna if I don't have to. And obviously that's backwards, but it was cute and it was fun. And it became like a tagline for my mom, which I then adopted. And so anytime something didn't feel good, didn't feel like it brought me joy, didn't feel like it was fun, it felt like it was like, just felt icky, I would say, I don't want to if I don't have to. And so what that truly means deeply is that there's all these beliefs that we hold that keep us doing things we don't necessarily want to do, like nothing worth having comes easy. Why? Why can't I have something and also have the journey feel easy? Have you ever had one of those moments where you've enjoyed what you're doing so much that even though you're working hard, it doesn't feel like it? Like the thing you're doing just brings you so much joy and upliftment and all the good feelings that you don't even notice that it was hard. It doesn't feel hard. So it's not like I'm saying you don't work hard. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't have to feel like you're working hard, you know? Another one is you can't have it all, or you have to choose your priorities, or there's not enough time, there's not enough money, or, you know, there's so many beliefs that keep us doing things that we don't want to do. And so I've come to start saying you're one belief away from having everything you want. You can have all the joy, you can have all the freedom, you can have it all, right? Like, why believe that you can't? Why believe that you have to work hard to make a living? Why believe you have to climb every mountain, fight every battle? Why? So here I am reimagining this podcast and just bringing on people to talk about different modalities and to teach you about these modalities and teach you the ways in which you could use them, because it might give you a perspective to do what you're trying to do in a way that brings you more joy, more freedom, and just feels good, more abundance even. So that's where we are. We are going to bring on guests and we are going to talk about their specialty in whatever modality that is. And I can't even tell you what all the modalities are going to be, because it's equally an opportunity for me to learn about different modalities. And if it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. Just leave it. Just walk away from it. It's an abundant world. If I don't resonate for you, find somebody who does. So that's where we are. That's what we're going to do. And I hope you enjoy. If you do, I would love it for you to engage with the videos. Hype them, like them, comment them, share, all the things, because technology is what it is and it works best when it receives love, just like the rest of us. So the more you can engage with it, the more it will share this with others and it will get in front of whoever needs it. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And thank you for engaging and helping us to reach all the people in the world who want their better way, who want to feel more joy, experience more freedom, and have more compassion in their lives. So thank you.